Russia once again warns that militant groups are preparing to carry out a false flag chemical attack in Syria's Idlib province to blame it on the Syrian government. A spokesman for the Russian Ministry of Defense said leaders of the Nusra Front and Tahrir Sham terrorist groups and representatives of the so-called White Helmets met in Idlib on September 7th to coordinate their participation for an impending false flag operation. The Syrian army plans to launch a major operation to recapture Idlib, the last terrorist stronghold in Syria.
This is the last major area still controlled by Hayat Tahrir Sham, which is basically Al-Qaeda, under a different name under Al-Qaeda, and a variety of other elements. So unless there is an agreement among the three parties on what to do with all of these groups, it's going to be difficult.
The US has previously accused Syria of seeking to use chemical arms in Idlib, threatening to take military action against Damascus. Nusra Front is infamous for using violence against Syrians in areas under their control in the past. The White Helmets call themselves rescue workers, but many of the White Helmets are said to be members of the militant groups. Some observers say when they wear the white helmets, the so-called rescue workers serve as a propaganda tool in the hands of Syria's enemies. Their goal is to help militants to play the victim and to demonize the Syrian government in the international community. Syrians believe the US is definitely aware of a false flag operation by the militants and the White Helmets and just seeks to use it as a pretext.
They want to destabilize Syria even more because, as you said, today is, Idlib is the last stronghold for the terrorists. So if they lose Idlib, that means they lost the war on Syria.
The US and its allies say if the Syrian army attacks Idlib, there will be a bloodbath in the province. Experts believe such predictions are baseless and are meant to prevent Syria from regaining its territory.
Despite the predictions or the expectations of many that there was going to be a bloodbath, there were agreements. Yes, people died, but there was nothing compared to what happened in Raqqa or what happened in Mosul. But it seems that sometimes this is used also. While there are genuine, legitimate humanitarian concerns, there are efforts to use this issue to prevent the Syrian government from regaining control over its territory. And this is what makes this complex.
US President Donald Trump just 5 months ago said he wanted to get out of Syria. But he has now agreed to a new strategy that indefinitely extends the US military presence in the Arab country. The US previously said it would remain in Syria as long as Daesh existed. The terror group is now nearly non-existent. Observers say the new US plan for Syria involves keeping Syria's northeast occupied indefinitely, pushing Iran out of Syria, and then toppling the Syrian government. Others, however, claim Washington has abandoned the notion of regime change in Syria. The second theory seems more likely, as it would be near impossible even for the US to topple Assad with his army on the verge of recapturing the whole of Syria from foreign-backed militant groups.